Welcome back, you Scallywags. We had a big week of European competition and some Premier League. Let's get right into it. As you can see, we got an in memoriam here for our pal and yours, Neymar Jr. Unfortunately for them, PSG has been knocked out of the Champions League by Bayern Munich. 1-0 in the first round. 2-0 in the second round.
Very sad to see. Both games, we see an ex-PSG player scoring against PSG. Kingsley Coman in the first game for the 1-0 win. And then Choupo-Moting was one of the two goal scorers in the second game.
I mean, obviously, Choupo-Moting, you don't expect him to be revered really as a former PSG striker. I mean, he did okay there, but
he was just there.
I mean, it just adds to the fact that PSG have not been able to cultivate talent of their own for the last 15 years. You know, they've had these incredible players come through their academy. Coman, like Tanner just said, and they haven't been able to do anything with him.
We see Choupo-Moting, somebody who went to PSG, was given a lot of stick. Probably not favored by anybody, obviously, especially PSG fans. And then goes to Bayern and is actually, I'm not going to say he's having a world-class season, but he's scoring goals in the Bundesliga. He's doing very well in this Bayern team, it's a good team. It's a lot of experienced players who know what they're doing. Nagelsmann he's still, I don't know if
he was still on the hot seat if they would have lost.
But he wins. It gets him past PSG. But I think it's more to do with how bad PSG are, really,
than how
and
good
the turmoil that's going on there. Like, it just doesn't seem right what's going on at PSG, especially just the dramas with the front three, Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar, who are all amazing players in their own right. But
the rest of that team sucks.
Yeah, it's just not looking good. Galtier on the chopping block now, just because if you're a PSG manager and you don't get to the final, or I mean, even with Tuchel got them to the final, did he? And they lost. He got fired. So,
but also Tuchel was winning the league, and they're not.
Yeah,
they're not winning the league right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll see how it all shakes up for them. But their season is done.
Are they not winning the league right now?
No, they're not.
Are you positive?
100. Yeah, they're.
Who's
they're not.
first?
I'm pretty sure it's Lille. Oh, they're like 11 points clear.
Moving on, other Champions League results. We'll run through these. These really aren't as important. Milan beating Tottenham. Tottenham, our shit. Conte, gotta go.
Richarlison, what's going on?
Yeah, Richarlison, what's going on? Those players, Kane, gonna go to United. I'm telling you. That's just how I see it.
Russian man.
No, he's going to probably Arsenal.
No, I don't think
and
so.
Then, Harry Kane to United, Ocean Man to Arsenal, Vlahovic to Chelsea. That's just how I see it in my brain. I'm calling it right now. Quote that, in quotes, Tanner Lawson. Right now in this video, those three strikers are going to those three destinations. Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of Ocean Man, Napoli did win, go through. Love to see it.
Come on.
They're just a really good story right now, leading Serie A.
Love it. Doing
absolute bits in that league, and then just keeping it going in the Champions League.
Love it.
Love to see it.
Frankfurt.
But
come on, Napoli.
One more surprising result from the Champions League this week was Chelsea actually being able to beat Dortmund and advance. I was not expecting it with all the turmoil that they've had, but maybe now is the time that Graham Potter really turns it around for him.
We see Pulisic coming back inside a little bit. Reina getting in for Dortmund, not doing very hot.
Did not.
Something's happening there. It's been a little bit of turmoil this season. He's not doing so hot, but the team is. I mean, he's doing okay. It's just Brandt in front of him is actually been one of the best players in the Bundesliga this year. So some's got to happen.
Last European fixture to talk about, in my opinion, the A competition. United took on Real Betis in the Europa League. They won 4-1. Great result. I mean, the bounce back we had to have from, that unfortunate result that we won't talk about. But it just showed a real maturity in the squad. And I think Bruno was getting a lot of stick coming out of that Liverpool game.
I mean, you can see why, though.
And you can see why. Yeah, he's the captain, and they gave up 7 goals. Obviously,
a lot of
bad performance.
His body language.
No, that's all BS.
That's not BS. You 100%. Can't dismiss that.
He wasn't looking to come off. He wasn't. No, that's not the case.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the body language. You can see the clips of him in the game. The frustration you understand.
Yeah, they're losing 7-0.
Of course, there's got to be a point where you got. I don't know. No. Go get a red card at that point. Go foul somebody. That's not. I don't know. Not that, but you need to show them to get on.
And that's exactly what he did this week against Betis. He had a great game, goal and an assist, Wonderful, wonderful game from him. Also got a shout-out. Weghorst gets his first goal in the Europa League. I mean, the guy basically broke down in tears. That's how much it means to him. He's doing well for us, but, I mean, is he what we need? No, but he's doing all right for now. Unfortunately, though, we didn't follow that result up with another win against Southampton, who have not been great this year, but, you know, it's the same old story. Every team that plays United always brings their A game. We never get easy games. It doesn't matter who it is. Honestly, at the bottom of the league, the worst team in the table, they always show up.
Easy game in the Prem, then. Come on.
Okay, but they always show up.
They only show up against United.
Or, I'm sounding like a seal, or the referee helps them out with some decisions, which did happen today. We see Casemiro with the red card in the 30th or so minute, and it I don't think it's a red card because he got the ball, but then his studs do go into the player. So maybe, potentially, I could be persuaded.
I could see him getting a yellow because...
Which is what he got first, and that should have stuck.
No, I could see the yellow. So that being said, though, I can see it being a yellow. Like, you can see his intention. He's obviously going for the ball. But when you go studs up into a player's leg, regardless,
he went studs down into the ball and then up into the player. Not a red.
His foot is high up on the ball. He hits the top, okay, and then goes in the follow-throughs into the player.
But he gets the ball.
Just because you get the ball, okay. I'm not saying I'm not gonna say this was or this wasn't a red card. I think it's a fair to call it a red card. I think it's also could have been kept a yellow. But the fact of the matter is Trevin believes that just because you touch the ball in any way, shape, or form before you make contact with the player, it's not a foul. That is absolutely freaking ridiculous.
If you barely touch the ball,
absolutely ridiculous. Just because you make contact with the ball, it's still a foul.
If you take the ball with with contact of the ball first. If I run somebody over and then take the ball, that's not what happened.
Let me ask you this.
He got his foot firmly on the ball.
Be honest with yourself.
And then it rolled over onto his ankle.
Be honest with yourself. Lavia, same situation. Hits the ball, goes in, studs into Bruno's leg. Every United fan in their grandma is yelling it's a red card. I'm telling you.
If he gets the ball first, like he did, it's not a red. It's a yellow because it's a harsh tackle, but it's not a red because it's not studs up intentionally. But that's not even the worst decision of the day. I'll take that. You know what? Fine. We go down to 10 men. 43rd minute, an obvious handball does not get called. When you're down on all fours and the ball gets crossed in and it rolls up your arm, that's a handball. That's a penalty, and we didn't get it. I mean, just the refereeing was bad today. I mean, take the Casemiro decision out. Let's say it was a straight red card, whatever. Perfect decision by the ref. The rest of the game was not good. The ref has been horrible today, but the cherry on the top is that handball. I mean, how do you watch it run up his whole arm and you don't call it a handball? I mean, the game's gone, honestly. So, 0-0. Nothing to really talk about other than the horrible referee. We move on.
Moving on. City, though. Catch ourselves a little 1-0 victory. Wasn't the best game. We seem to have a few of these games this year. It's a little stale, but we come through with the result. And that's what you have to do if you want to become champions. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not in first. You know what I mean? We're still hunting down this Arsenal team, but we need 3 points every opportunity we can get. Arsenal, who just beat Fulham 3-0, you'd expect that. Fulham, who are pretty good this year. But we need to catch up. We need to keep getting these wins. It was an Erling Haaland penalty, which he absolutely sunk with his left foot, as you'd expect. I think he's on 27 or 28 goals in the Premier League alone this season. He's going to break the record. And if he doesn't, it would honestly be disappointing.
He might not, though. Why would he not? I really think he might not.
The record right now is 32.
Well, I get that.
There's like some Alan Shearer record, and then because of 38
more than 38 games.
But I'm gonna go strictly off Salah's record because that's the max amount of games he can play now.
Right.
So,
but at the same time, I think he probably will. I think maybe he gets like 33, but I don't think he's getting like 38 or anything like that.
At the beginning of the season where
think,
people were talking about he's going to get 40 goals, that's not going to happen.
I don't think
that's not going to happen. But I think maybe see him breaking the record.
I think he gets 34.
I think it would honestly be disappointing at this point. What is there, like 6-7 games left?
I think we have more than that.
A little bit more than that?
Yeah.
He needs 5 goals.
He might do it. He might do it in one fucking game. Honestly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
he might do it in one game.
Moving on again. Leeds 2-2 to Brighton. It was a weird game from Leeds. At home, they need to be picking up points every opportunity they can get. This Brighton team is very, very impressive. From Potter to, what's the new manager's name?
I cannot
Azerbi or something like that. Amazing. He's doing very well for Brighton. This Brighton team is flying. Going to Ellen Road. Leeds.
Lackluster performance.
Lackluster.
Aronson, not good again. McKinney and Adams, doing well.
And McKinney coming off the bench did a job. Adams, this season, I swear, he's honestly proven himself to be on, I believe, a top 8 Premier League team. Like, I think he could be on a Europa League team. I think he could be on a Tottenham. Maybe he's not as a sure starter.
Yeah.
But a squad player on Tottenham, I could see him going in and doing a job I could see him going and starting easy in on Leicester. I could see him going doing a job for Brighton if they sold Cancelo. You know what I mean?
I think he would do absolute bits at Tottenham. I mean, you see what Conte's able to do with Oliver Skip. And I mean,
exactly.
Skip and Adams are not exactly the same player, but they're pretty similar. They have similar roles. And I think Adams could do exactly what, a Conte would need. Or maybe, you know what? Go to Italy. Go join Roma. I would love to see him with Jose Mourinho. He would be an absolute bastard on that team, and I would love it.
That would be crazy. Yeah. I want to see more from Leeds, though. From Rutter, from Sinistera. They need to be. I don't know what the coach is doing. This new guy they got in, I don't think he's that good. I'm just hating because it's not Jesse Marsch. Jesse Marsch wasn't doing good, but this guy's not doing any better, really. Honestly, I don't think.
You're still in a relegation battle. Clearly, a relegation battle. So
they're starting Bamford every game, and he's absolute shit. But anyway, what we love to see though is Liverpool 1-0 loss to Bournemouth.
Love to see it. I was about to go get a cherry Coke. Everyone wants to joke about the 7-Up and da-da-da-da. But you know what? At the end of the day, that was 3 points we dropped and 3 points they won. They dropped 3 points today. We got a draw, but it doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, you never want to lose 7-0. But at the same time, it's a loss. A loss is a loss is a loss. You drop 3 points. You come back the next week. You come back the next game, and you show that that's not who you are. And we saw that's not who Liverpool was. That 7-0 is not who they are. They're a 1-0 loss to Bournemouth.
Okay, that's all we have. Europa League, Champions League, Premier League, a little bit of everything. Big games coming up. Come back, and we'll let you know what happens. I don't even know what games are coming up. City's playing in the Champions League against Leipzig. We're about to go through.